Hello everyone. Welcome to IAS. Let's discuss today's prelims topics. Question 1. Consider the following statements about delimitation. 1. The Delimitation Commission Act was established in 1952 and allowed the Union government to set up a delimitation commission as needed. 2. The delimitation of Lok Sabha seats in the process of fixing limits or boundaries of territorial constituencies in a country to reflect changes in population. 3. The main objective is to follow the principle of one vote, one value and ensure a fair division of geographical areas to prevent any political party from having an advantage in an election. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is C. The Delimitation Commission is set up by the Union government after every census as per the provisions of the Delimitation Commission Act and the Constitution of India, Articles 82 and 170. Question to consider the following statements about United Nations peacekeeping operations. 1. Indian Army has established a Center for United Nations Peacekeeping, CUNPK, in New Delhi to impart training in peacekeeping operations, and the center trains more than 12,000 troops every year. 2. India has deployed female engagement teams in United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the United Nations Interim Security Force for Abyei, which is the largest women contingent. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Answer is A. India has deployed female engagement teams in United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the United Nations Interim Security Force for Abyei, which is the second largest women contingent after Liberia. Question 3. As per the United Nations Early Warning Report, Hunger Hotspots FAOWFP Early Warnings on Acute Food Insecurity, consider the following statements about. 1. India's neighbors Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Myanmar are among the hunger hotspots in the world. 2. Afghanistan, Nigeria, Somalia, South Sudan, and Yemen remain at the highest concern level. 3. Lebanon, El Salvador, and Nicaragua have also been added to the list of hunger hotspot countries. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is D. India's neighbors, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Myanmar, are among the hunger hotspots in the world. Question 4. What does the evergreening of loans mean? 1. An evergreen loan is a type of interest-only loan in which the principal payment is deferred. 2. They are called evergreen since interest can be paid, but the repayment of principal can, in effect, be delayed indefinitely such that it works like revolving credit. 3. The process of evergreening of loans, a form of zombie lending, is a permanent fix for a bank. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 only. Answer is A. The process of evergreening of loans, a form of zombie lending, is typically a temporary fix for a bank. If an account turns into a non-performing asset, NPA, banks are required to make higher provisions that will impact their profitability. A loan turns into a non-performing asset, or NPA, if the interest or installment remains unpaid even after the due date and remains unpaid for a period of more than 90 days. So, to avoid classifying a loan as an NPA, banks adopt the evergreening of loans. In the past, many banks had indulged in dressing up bad loans and given additional funds to companies who didn't have the capacity to repay. Banks delay the recognition of losses due to loan defaults and engage in evergreening, which is essentially the rolling over of debts of unviable borrowers that would have otherwise defaulted. This is purely misgovernance, so bad loans are made to look good many a time by additional lending to troubled borrowers. Question 5. With reference to the Ladakh region, consider the following statements. 1. Ladakh region in the Trans-Himalaya forms an environmental boundary between North Atlantic and monsoon forcings. 2. Its location is ideal to gain insight into the variations of the atmospheric circulations like westerly and Indian summer monsoon. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The answer is C. Question 6. Consider the following statements about World No Tobacco Day. 1. Every year on 30th May World No Tobacco Day is celebrated. 2. This year the theme of World No Tobacco Day is We Need Food, Not Tobacco. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The answer is B. Every year on 31st May World No Tobacco Day is celebrated. In 1987, the World Health Assembly passed a resolution calling for 7th April 1988 to be a World No Smoking Day. Later in 1988, another resolution was passed calling for the celebration of World No Tobacco Day every year on 31st May. Tobacco and smoking contribute to a wide range of diseases, including strokes, heart attacks, lung disorders, and various cancers affecting multiple organs such as the mouth, throat, lungs, pancreas, bladder, kidneys, liver, and stomach. It inflicts significant damage to lung tissue at a microscopic level. The functional units of the lungs, called alveoli, facilitate the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide with each breath. Question 7. What is a Foucault's pendulum hanging in the new Parliament building? 1. Created by the National Council of Science Museum, NCSM, in Kolkata. 2. The pendulum is being dubbed as the largest such piece in India, 22 meters in height and weighing a staggering 36 kilograms. 3. The original Foucault's pendulum, named after 19th century French scientist Léon Foucault, is a simple experiment to demonstrate the Earth is spherical. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is A. The original Foucault's pendulum, named after 19th century French scientist Léon Foucault, is a simple experiment to demonstrate the Earth's rotation. When Foucault carried out this experiment for the public in 1851, it was the first direct visual evidence of the fact that the Earth rotates on its axis. The experimental setup involves a heavy object hung from a height with a string, free to swing in any direction. Once set in to and fro motion, the pendulum is seen to change its orientation slowly over time. For example, if the initial motion imparted to it was in the north-south direction, after a few hours it could be seen moving in the east-west direction. For example, if the initial motion imparted to it was in the north-south direction, after a few hours it could be seen moving in the east-west direction. Actually, it is not the pendulum that changes its plane of motion, but the ground beneath it. Observers standing on the ground do not notice the Earth's rotation because they too are rotating with the Earth, but can notice the change in orientation of the pendulum. Question 8. With reference to fluorescein, consider the following statements. 1. Fluorescein is a synthetic dye that appears dark orange red in powdered form. 2. When dissolved in liquid, its color depends on the pH, glowing a characteristic bright green in alkaline solutions. 3. The fluorescent dye can also be used to detect abrasions and infections in the cornea of the eye. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is C. Thank you everyone. Do subscribe to this channel. Use code SPLIVE to join Unacademy.